Good afternoon and welcome. It's the Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships. It's a knockout final here between Western Australia and South Australia. My name's Matthew Blomley. Alongside me is Laura Denor. And I have no doubt that you're going to be cheering on the Western Australians a little bit here.
Look, I am an impartial commentator, but I do have a soft spot for the Western Australian boys, that's for sure. I can't help that.
No, understandable. And these teams, they're both fiery, and they're a little bit of change in the WA from previous years as they're going through a slight rebuild of sorts, but there's certainly some promising players there. And we will go through their starting lineup. Goal shooter, Jerome Gilbard. Max Denham is in goal attack, and he's really improved across this tournament, I must say.
He has been fantastic, and defensively as well for a goal attack. He's really starting to shine there.
Absolutely, and Corey Goss in the wing attack position. Connor Rawlings in centre, Luke Svendano, wing defence, Draven Lee Talua in goal defence, as Nate Wood just gets called for the penalty there. Goalkeeper's Tommy Harper. And for South Australia, as Max Denham looks at sinking his first as the obstruction against Benny Ryan. One to West Australia. Matty Fowler in goal shooter, Ben Clark in goal attack, Arlen Davis in wing attack, Saxon Hay is in the centre bib, wing defence Travis Wood, Ben Ryan in goal defence, and of course Nate Wood in his very familiar goalkeeper position. And this is already a frenetic start for both sides.
Very clean lines that have been run by both teams early, which is nice to see. Sometimes in a final can start a little bit scrappy, but both teams are rising to the occasion, I feel.
And I expect it to be quite a fierce battle called South Australia's game against Queensland yesterday, and South Australia, it just looks so clinical for much of that. And you have a look at, there's so many young fellas in this side. Oh,
Spadano has gone down hard, just holding his hip.
And I think just needs a moment to try and run it off. Normally very good at just getting back up and going on with it.
Definitely, he's a very tough player, definitely a strong athlete.
Oh, close to a great contest there, Draven Lee Tarua, but Matty Fowler's hands have become so strong in this last year in particular, able to draw the contact. And Harper just caught leaning in a bit too much with the push. Fowler scores another one for the Dragons. 2-1, just moving up slightly there, breaking the centre pass. And something they rely on quite strongly is that drive out of goal defence, the Dragons. Clark, bit off balance on that. Managed to sink it to his first.
Connor Rawlings taking the Western Australian centre. Corey doesn't like the depth drive, goes back to play it safe. Really enjoying the patience from both sides. And in their last matchup in the Bingham Cup, that was a key point. Both teams were really patient and working the ball down. Very clinical.
And I know the Bingham Cup means a lot to both those states. Actually, Bruce Bingham, that cup named after a long-time stalwart of that Western Australian organisation, and certainly was around in my days of playing against Western Australia as well, so fond memories of him. And I know it's something that both states really take pride in playing those games for.
Most definitely. South Australia coming away with the cup this year as well.
Ah, there you go. I hadn't actually heard those results, I don't think.
Yes,
or
yep.
taken it into consideration, perhaps, as Denham finds that front. And Jerome Gilbard just knows how to do just enough always to get his other goaler into place.
Very smart player, Gilbard. Or just overcooked the pass a little bit there by Davis. Throw in by Harper.
I feel like Davis's attacking can be key for how the Dragons are really going. It's kind of like a litmus test there. If he's on fire, they seem to be on. If he's throwing a few away, they seem to struggle.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out.
And then Clark being so good in that goal attack position. Oh, beautiful.
Harper.
I've really enjoyed watching him this week. He seems to have just been a bit of a silent assassin there, and just as each game builds, he just seems to find the rhythm of it so much better.
Certainly, and he's really worked on his hunting game. It's really become a strength of his this tournament. It's only his second year of netball.
You would not have any idea that was the case, based on the way he goes about it. It's great to see. Goss in a very typical Western Australian style, punches through and comes back. And Gilbert, you know, he's going to look top there. Oh, beautiful drop. Nate Wood just caught flat for a moment. Backwards centre pass here. 5 goals to 4. South Australia now. Clark finds Saxon Hay beautifully at the top. This will be quite the battle between all these mid-court. Not the biggest mid-court going around, but certainly some sly players.
Very speedy mid-court from both teams.
There's that next generation coming through as well.
It is fantastic to see. Like a lot of these boys were in the Oz 23s team.
Yep.
So it's fantastic to see them playing at the men's open level and absolutely killing it.
And the likes of Rawlins and Svendano played in 23 side a couple of years ago for WA, and similarly you've got Hay and Davis, who both came the junior programs of the Dragons. Gilbert just so strong and smart. Sometimes too smart for his own good.
Yeah. Beautiful drive circulated by Davis. When he puts the burners on, he's unstoppable.
He just has speed to kill. It's incredible to watch. And he's built a lot more control in his game now than he had possibly even last year.
Yeah.
I think wing attack is really his position as opposed to that goal attack that he's valuable at, but certainly when you've got Ben Clark, yeah, who is so good. I've had so many names in my head this week that I'm going to mix them up every now and then. I do apologise.
That's okay. I'll keep you on your toes.
Thank you.
So just slowing the game down here. Penalty against Ryan. Oh, very smart. Keeping the ball low. Obviously, Nate Wood loves the ball in there. Very aerial player. So very smart for WA. Just keeping it low, flat.
And not needing to go particularly low as that ball over to Fowler. Rips it in. Very easily puts up a shot. 7 apiece. And just Gilbert is looking for an option. This one of the things I like about Gilbert as a goaler is many goalers will punch out and then stay out and try and help. He always finds his way back in before he goes to connect again.
Yes, yeah. And he's always, he comes back in at a really strong option as well. He doesn't sort of fade away or...
Yeah, finds a body with purpose or to then start creating something again.
That's exactly right. Again, just so smart. That's the smarts coming out.
And a product of the Aussie Junior program as well. He went through 23s for Australia and then obviously long-time Kelpie member. And Ben Clark a little bit short. He does find himself short sometimes when he gets on the lean, and that's ripped in. Dragon Lee Tarua.
Lee Tarua is so strong in the air. He loves pulling those balls in. Denham not happy with what's out in front.
And you can see the setup already coming from Gilbert. Finding the back defender's body, just waiting. And you can hear the WA bench just saying, good, good, there we go. And that was great patience, great top to pocket work.
Yeah, the bench absolutely love that. They're up on their feet.
Oh, superb. There's no other word for that moment. Just read it beautifully, did Goss.
Fakes Wood out and then straight in.
And Nate Wood's not a slow man either.
No.
The fact you're able to not get him back in time. Yeah, this is sometimes where Hay can struggle a little bit is against some of the stronger bodies, but he has built up a little bit of size. I think their gym program is working there in South Australia.
Yes, I have heard they've been working very hard in the gym, South Australia, and obviously a very strong men's team and also mixed open, playing in their division. They are having an absolute cracker of a tournament.
And you can see it come through their juniors as well. 20s and 17s have been having a ripper tournament. And Ben Clark, not
wanting to shoot, that's a little bit too far out.
And just he finds himself really up on those toes when he takes that step in as well. Just got to be cautious, especially on the sort of pressure that's at the Thunder defensive end. Superb hands there, Traps Wood. And here they go, try and transition quickly. Hey, patient. I like the little in-court reset rather than going all the way back to the transverse. Fowler just said, give it to me.
Yes. He read that beautifully. So strong and intense onto the ball.
And that's 2 in a row for Wood. But Lee Talarua.
Again.
And this is why I think I enjoy him more in defence than I do in attack. He's a brilliant goaler.
Yes.
But his defensive work is just sublime to watch.
Yes, it's so exciting. He reads the ball so well, and he's so strong. He comes through to that ball with such speed and strength.
And chooses good moments as well. He knows when to have a fly and when to sit back.
Yep, very smart defender.
11 goals to 9. There is a separation of 2 here, the way of the West Aussies. Just going to try and extend the lead off their centre pass. Ben Ryan, just really good pressure against Gilbard. Just bodied up beautifully and found the hands. Of course, for those playing home, remember Ben Ryan as a very solid goaler, and particularly in last year in their 23 unders, his first year back after an ACL injury. It was one of the reasons their side was so strong in that 23 age group. And look at that jump. Harper, he's got a great jump, just maybe slightly short there. It's still absolutely furious.
Yeah, and only 1 goal in it. Last time these guys met, it was a goal-for-goal game as well, so we're definitely in for a cracker of a game.
And Draven Lee Talarua just seems to have been lurking for a little while this quarter. Not doing anything wrong, but now just found Clark's number on a couple of occasions. Yeah, it's great little give and go setup. You knew he was going to take that regardless of a flyer. And just always patient, waiting for something to come through. And that's what you expect, that edge of the transverse again. Just patient.
South Australia are doing a really good job just to clog up that space as well. That zone is really effective. Only really beaten by the patience of WA.
Yeah, brilliant patience. Oh, Nate Wood gets around it. Oh. And just the contest resulting in the offside. And this is where Gilbard he'll always just take a moment when needed.
Take a breath. Let his teammates take a breath as well.
Exactly right. It's a moment to relax, especially after a passage like that. And here you find that wonderful vertical leap of Max Denham. He just thinks another one. He's contributing quite nicely there.
Yeah, they are sharing a shooting load, which is obviously dangerous for, the opposition. When you've got 2 shooters firing, you can't
really takes away the focus point, doesn't it?
Exactly. It's another ball out of bounds, so the players will have another second or 2 to take a breath. Hay and Goss on the outside, just jostling for a bit of position there.
There's just a heavy hit on the other court. For a moment, of course, that's between Victoria and New South Wales, playing off for a spot directly into the grand final. These guys will be playing off for the spot to play the loser of that match as Brady comes onto court at wing defence for West Aussies, and Spandano takes a little seat and a breather. And Goss doing immense workload. It's not easy against Travis Wood. Oh, lovely passage. Oh, great take and release as well. Managed to do it through the contact.
That has been a big play for WA, I've noticed over the week. Max Denham has beautiful timing just to do that hard drive baseline. And 9 times out of 10, it's a perfect pass, perfect catch, and then a goal to finish.
And this is exciting. Going into a Western Australian home championships next year, with players like that coming through, we're only going to get lots of crowd support. It's a bit scary for everyone else out there.
That's exactly right. WA does love to bring the crowds and the noise, that's for sure.
And if people remember last time it was in Western Australia, as Brady just gets called for the hold, of course, a successful championship for the men's open division. A brilliant match that was. Do yourself a favour and look that up if you ever get a chance. And then just off the feed, just missing that connection now, these South Aussies.
I think WA are doing a good job of confusing the space. I think they've worked out where the feeders are trying to feed it in and just confusing that so they're not exact. So the South Australia feeders can't exactly pinpoint where to place that ball. Oh, and the ball just goes through Goss's hands. He won't be happy about that. He'll be working hard to get that back for his team.
Under 20 seconds to go. Chance to bring us back slightly for these South Aussies. There's a big cheer from the other quarters. I think Victoria might have gotten a turnover. Matty Fowler, make sure it goes in there. There's 5 seconds to go. Will there be enough time? Holds it up for just long enough, I think. Yes, he does. Oh, got to be careful, though. He starts stepping out of the surf before the whistle.
That was close. And I reckon that was 2.99 seconds when he stepped in.
It was definitely close. 15-11, currently Western Australia's way. We're going to take a short break and we'll join you after that. Welcome back. It's quarter 2 action here in the Men's Open. It's the elimination final between South Australia and Western Australia. It was a frenetic first quarter. We saw the Dragons up on top at stage. We saw Thunder up on top at stages. And now 15-11 at the break as both teams come out with unchanged lineups.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are both coaches are happy with their players and what they're putting out there. As we see, oh, hey, fantastic hands, just read that beautifully.
I wouldn't be surprised if message to Hay at that break from Coach Brian Lyons was just need to find a little bit of energy again at the right times.
He's a player that does play with energy, very athletic, so it'd be nice to see more of that out there in this quarter.
And playing with a bit of the ponytail this year, a bit of bun. Other years we have seen it been in the double plaits. And they've just been so patient. We saw this similarly at the end of the last quarter.
Yes.
From the Western Australians with the defence. But this time, Arlen Davis and Saxon Hay unable to find each other. Another opportunity for the Thunder as Clark gets caught up underneath Brady. And patient work across the court. Rawlings, player who'd been a bit quiet maybe earlier in the tournament, starting to find his feet again and be the reliable player that we know he can be. Gilbard. Would like to see an arm up over that shot from either Wood or Ryan, just to put a little bit more pressure on him.
Yeah, I agree. And even if the feed's in, just put a hand up. You never know, you might get a tip. It's coming a little bit too easy in there to Gilbard. Fowler pulls that in strong.
And, slightly off on that finish. Didn't get the flick that he normally does on that release. Oh, Brady hugging that sideline. Fortunately, it stepped back in just in time, but thought they might have been a foot across at some point.
Very close. Brady doing a lot of work bringing the ball out.
And this is better turn and go when they're just releasing and being on the end of it. There's so much defensive work, and that's when it starts to open. Rawlings knows where to give it to Gilbert.
Oh, behind the head pass.
Not bad considering the initial little lost control of it to still get it where he needed to go, because that was not the original intention.
No, that ball control was incredible. Unfortunately, WA just couldn't hold on to it. Oh, Lee Tarua. Davis.
And the way he was able to get his arms then back out of the way to not contact on that.
Yep.
Incredible effort. Fowler should not miss this one, though. He doesn't. That is his 8th.
Denham gets another centre pass. He's been, getting up those stats on the centre pass a lot this game. He finally comes out for those centre passes.
And apologies, that was actually Fowler's 9th goal.
9th.
I'd miscalculated briefly. Apparently I've forgotten how to calculate in any way without being electronic.
You've got numbers and names all flowing through your head.
Colours, sounds, all of it is happening. And there's plenty of coverage still to come across this week, of course. We've got grand final day tomorrow with Matty Fowler. Gets his 10th goal in. So join us from 9 a.m. tomorrow. 17 and under division begins all of our play, and then ending up at the 3 p.m. with the ultimate match, the Men's Open, that could very well have one of these sides in it, Laura.
They could do. Hopefully it's Western Australia. I have to say that.
And there's no reason not to say it with the way they're going at the moment. They're doing enough to just stay ahead of this Dragons outfit.
Lee Tarua almost hits us in the commentary box here.
That was an incredible effort. And the persistence on it.
Yes, yep. Didn't pull out.
I thought it was going to go
again.
When needed, just knows how to find another level for this Thunder. Really bleeds passionately, that yellow and black. Fowler, a little bit of get out of jail rebound there.
It is handy having a tall goal shooter, isn't there?
Especially one like that who's now got the foot control that he does and the hands that he does. Oh, Brady just caught off-footed. Alan Davis cleans it up pretty quickly.
Yeah, his speed there really was... He was always going to get to the ball first in that one.
Benny Ryan. I really enjoy... and maybe I'm slightly biased. I remember Benny Ryan from when he played Aussie 17s, and I had the Aussie 20s over in New Zealand in their nationals, and what a good kid he was then. Just seeing him up at this level, I'm just so proud. As just someone who's seen that growth.
Yep. I think that goes for both teams in terms of like the youth. Harper almost gets that just a second too late. It is amazing the growth from these players and how much they've improved in really such a short period of time. And the level of, netball understanding and athleticism that's on display nowadays is just absolutely incredible and so enjoyable to watch.
And people talk about back in my day and the old days and things, like you've still been playing, of course, Laura, that even in your time, you've seen the speed, intensity and physicality of this men's game really just, it's taken to another level in the last couple of years, hasn't it?
Most definitely, yeah. And it's absolutely amazing for, the reach of men's netball as it becomes an amazing game to watch. Rawlings hits the ground hard. He's not getting up at the moment, just taking a breather.
And Nate Wood, one of the first people over there, good sport.
Good sports.
And I think Rawlings he's going, I just need a moment. And he's signalling time. I'm
not sure if he hit his head, maybe?
Yeah, he's certainly down, and he normally is so quick to get back up.
Yeah, he's springs, like a spring. Yeah, he's not looking too good walking to the bench, but...
Yeah, looking quite stiff in that neck as well from that one. And we know he's very slightly framed, but he normally can take the hits so well. But that does give an opportunity here for
Joel Anderson. Yep. Oh, and what do we have here? A step, maybe?
Possibly the pressure of Anderson.
What a great way to come onto court.
And first possession is a good pass as well. So you take that every day of the week when you've just come on all of a sudden and unexpectedly. Perhaps not even thinking about being ready to come on.
Yeah, that's right. Unsuspected. Denham comes out of the circle, releases circle.
Look at that hold and effort between Wood and Gilbert. It's such a great contest.
Great matchup.
Oh, that's much better. Double hands over the shot. But
doesn't matter though. Nope. He'll sink them.
And here they go.
WA having to go back. Oh, fantastic. Wood just comes through. Such a clean intercept. Read that beautifully.
Davis, beautiful circle edge. This is looking much better from the Dragons.
We also see Barnden come on for the Dragons in that centre position. I did actually have the pleasure of playing with Barnden in the Australian Trans-Tasman Tour this year. So centre, not his usual position. Normally, you know, in that sort of goal defence, wing defence role. But this year, has been playing a bit of centre and does it very well.
Yeah, very cool and calm in there.
That's right.
And obviously adds such a defensive presence for them.
Yeah, so I'm wondering that's sort of what they're looking for at the moment, considering, you know, they're wanting to really push it, you know, South Australia wanting to push ahead. They are winning this quarter.
And their spatial defence is something I think that's really come along. You can see it at the walls they run, the presses they've started running. Although that one gets through for Gilbert and expected to go in, they've really lifted their ability and pressure from previous years where they used to kind of drop off for a while. 2019, it is back on centre pass, would you believe? And of course, it was 15-11 at the break. The South Australian Aussie side, they're really doing everything right this quarter.
Yeah, they most definitely are. Oh, Tom Harper. Oh, the control on that. Just to be mid-air, not go out of court, turn and pass the ball to a player. Going back again to Brady. Back to Litura. Someone needs to punch through. Yes, there we go. Anderson punches straight through the middle.
Oh, good little look. Anderson, I thought that might have gone straight back, but probably a good one to hold up. Goss wants someone close. Oh, got to let that go, Draven. He thought about that for too long.
Oh.
And just the first hand going the way of Travis Woods. The one-handed possession there resulting in a call. Holding time just to give a bit of a wipe of the court as we tick just under the 6 minutes to go mark. And Victoria New South ball running on court. No one getting it but the South Australian bench.
No one's interested in that. They're setting up. They're ready to go.
They were switched on. You can see every single player was already focused.
Yes, in position and focused. Oh, Davis. Barnden, beautiful drive to circle edge.
And whilst that off worked for Davis there, I probably would have liked to see him actually continue the drive onto the circle.
Circle, yes.
Because Barnden was in a terrific spot that could have become a feed.
Yes.
Oh, that should be pulled in from Gilbert. Didn't do his traditional little sell-out fake that he often does on that sort of lunge.
Didn't need to. Right onto the post. Clark, not even looking in for that.
And Fowler. Awkward turn, but it works for him on this occasion. 21-20. Still with, 21-all with centre pass. The way of Thunder. Oh, Denham trying to stay on side. I think the umpire also appreciated that it was an opponent from the other court pushing him potentially on side.
Offside, yeah.
That is well umpired indeed. Gilbert. Nate Wood gets right up there, but not enough to touch it.
It's been a little bit quiet, Nate Wood. Well, hopefully we'll see him sort of come out for some of those balls that are landing on circle edge.
And I think there is an opportunity for that Hunt one, as opposed to his often fly over the shot, which Gilbert will just know how to hold on to.
Yes.
But I think you're completely right. That one outside the circle or on the edge, it's his for the taking.
Yep, have a look at them, have a crack. Might just start putting the doubt in some of the feeders' minds, you know, when we're putting the ball on the circle edge. Ooh. Barndon almost get a hand to that.
Oh, look at that pressure. Just they're grinding at them and covering space so well. They're working a bit of a split and swap all the way back to the other transverse line. Now they find a way through. And look at Wood working around. He's getting a little bit flat for a moment, but then active again. And this is a worthy goal if it goes in, of the workload that both Denham off balance works. That is a great goal after such an effort.
Hard work, yeah.
And this game scoring a bit better pace than the one on the other side. 16 apiece between Victoria and New South Wales for that spot directly in the grand final. And this is still absolutely anybody's game here. Dragons and Thunder. Oof. That was brilliant long pass.
Yeah, great vision by Brady there. Faked and then straight back onto the post. I do love passing to a goal shooter who runs out and then rolls back to post.
And so smartly, and the angles on it. Fowler managed to find a great angle as well. As 24 apiece and WA centre.
We see Rawlings back on in wing attack, so he's obviously deemed to be okay, which is great to see. Oh, Anderson just taking a bit of a tumble.
Yeah, it looked like the feet just got caught up in it for a minute.
Yep.
And then Rawlings nearly trips over Anderson. Oh, bless his little cotton socks. He might still be a little bit out of it from that fall before. And again, we get just another brief moment of rest and towel drying off. But tell you what, Benny Ryan and Nate Wood, they're not going to give a rest for a moment. They're already active and in position.
Yep. Just have a look at Denham and Ryan just jostling for position here, getting ready for when the ball's live.
And this is a great lesson for any defenders out there, that the concept of don't stop defending.
That's right. Dead ball time, as they call it in WA. Do you have the same?
I reckon some people would call it similar sort of thing.
Yeah. Oh, defenders flying everywhere.
Rawlings uses his voice for a rare opportunity. Normally so quiet out there. Denham, crucial goal. Especially after the turnover that occurred.
2 minutes to go, 1 goal in it. Barndon looks in, not happy with options. I do like that South Australia are looking in first. They still look in, assess whether or not it's a safe pass, and then go again if not.
Ben Clark, he's been quiet for a while, but
he has been.
That's so good. And just shows the quality goaler that he is when he's able to still sink that after having not gone to post for quite a while. Minute and a half to go. Goal for goal. Denham, you can see he's blowing a little bit there. Wood almost gets the ball up and over.
That was a risky ball to place in there.
The ones, if they're not placed perfectly, certainly go into the hands of the defender.
Denham takes his shot. Still 1 goal, 1 minute to go.
And a little kick back and just ball on court. Once again from the other court. And Clark and Fowler this time. Oh, too much on it. Oh, what backup.
Who ends up with it? Harper.
I think it's mean to say Harper's had a relatively quiet game, but I think when you're against Matty Fowler and you've managed to get him not catching the ball, he's done his job.
You're doing a job, yep. Come for a few flyers, got a few scraps. Of course, Litera and Harper play together. We did have played a whole season together in our state competition as well, so they will know each other's game inside out. They work seamlessly together.
And you can see how that combination works. There's a lot of trust
there.
A lot of things go without saying.
For sure.
Well, Barton, lucky there that well was an advance, in fact, for a delay in play. Gilbard just really making it clear and indicating, yes, see the second attempt. You've got to recognise where you're at this stage. You've got to give the ball back.
Yeah, for sure.
Or at least not contest it.
Yeah.
Denham.
He's happy about it. He slaps his hands together. Here we go.
And what a quarter that was. South Australia came absolutely firing through. And now Western Australia just up by the 2, 27-25, going into the big break. We will take a break and join you again after the half-time. Welcome back. It's Australian Men's Mixed Netball Championships at Men's Open Division. Elimination final between Western Australia, the Thunder, and the South Australia Dragons. Big second quarter there, especially from the South Aussies winning that one. First quarter was 15 to WA, 11 for South Australia. Second quarter, conversely, 12 to WA and 14 to South Australia. Laura, what was your highlight of that second quarter?
I think my highlight, definitely the patience of the South Australian attack. Really felt like they didn't lose a lot of ball. But equally so, as we see here, Jerome Gilbard just perfectly angles his body to get that ball. I think it's the attacks actually that I like from both teams.
Yeah, there's been some impressive work across the court as we see the same lineups that finished that last quarter not working the rotations that maybe they have in other games. Opportunity to drive through. Long way from home, Denham. Not normally up that far by any means. Anderson, terrific. Oh, Gilbard just flicks it up almost a bit too high. And these are the ones that I think Barden's going to have to be a little bit cautious of.
Yeah.
That throwing the hand out last minute. That's where it can start getting called as persistent at some point.
The jostling for position between Gilbard and Wood.
It's so good.
It's so good to watch.
If you want a lesson in how to play either end, that's a great example at the moment. That contest, it just gets flown through low and off Barden's knee and off court onto the other court.
Just wait for the ball to come back.
And here another opportunity for the Thunder side. And they look over the mess, which is often effective once again. But patience after that. Look at the tagging work. Nate Wood doing a bit of a swap there.
He's gone. He's down. Looks like a bit of an ankle. Could be just a stinger, hopefully. Umpire's just holding time for a second. He's walking it off.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was just he slipped because the pressure that was going on there didn't look great on that initial landing. I was worried that it was his knee for a minute, but it's great to see him up and about again. He's having such a good day, and it's hard to say when you're up against Jerome Gilbard.
Good to see that he's okay. The game can continue. Oh, Gilbard at full stretch.
And there, long ball. Oh, Wood, almost.
I feel he's gearing up. He's gearing up for one of those.
Something special's about to happen.
Yeah.
You just know that he's going to come flying through and take a crucial intercept for them.
That's almost
and I think they need it.
They do at this point. Denham almost getting that. Anderson tight on Barnden there.
And just patient, you can just hear the call of hands, and it turns over the
Lee
ball.
Perua, that's how you do it.
And speaking of people that you just feel are going to do something special, he is the man when you need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Knows when to turn it on.
Turns the body in the right direction. Oh, he's getting close as well.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's going to find something any minute now. You can just feel the pressure building from both sides as a slight let off there.
So here am I saying the attacks are doing great work. The defence have just proven me wrong. They have come out firing from both ends.
I just think it says so much about this game in general, how strong both teams are going, both in attack and defence.
Yeah.
As see Patu on the other court just doing little splits for the crowd. Always about the entertainment, Patu. But on this court, it's blown out to 6 all of a sudden, and South Australia, they need an answer. And the answer is not just there, but Thunder.
And Jerome Gilbard, so smart, pulling Nate Wood up to the top of the circle, then dropping back on an angle that, Wood just can't really get a hand to.
And Brady, such good hands there as well.
Gets a tip.
That's a great example of adjusting your arms as well. They were never just in the one spot.
Yeah, tracking the ball movement.
And then the step off and trust in the line in front of you to have a go. Fowler, a little bit awkward, but it works.
So we do see in the WA defence that Harper and Litera are actually switching. So Litera is dropping back on Fowler. So that's interesting to watch that they've acknowledged that maybe Fowler got, a couple of his balls too easy in.
And recognition of sharing the workload a little bit as well. That is hard work down there. Gilbard mid-range. Oh, there he goes. And those playing at home might remember how good Jerome's been over the years from anywhere in the circle.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's great seeing him looking post.
We do see a change in the defensive end for South Australia.
Yeah, it's Husgaard.
Yeah.
Corey Husgaard. That's not surprising. They've run that change a few times. I thought maybe they were going to do it a little bit earlier and just keep that momentum there.
Yeah.
But they've waited till this opportunity, and I think it's a change that's not unreasonable to do, just providing different energy through. As you see, Clark indicating they just need some separation in attack. And the centre pass here for Western Australia.
Connor coming up high. Oh, Ian. Brady having to really stretch for that.
Speaking of
Gilbard.
stretch.
Yeah.
Whew. Gilbard stretches to keep it from going outside and hitting that roller door. Davis gone a little bit quiet briefly, but expect him to inject himself back in pretty soon. Great little ball. Harper just talking with Tarua for a second going, this is what happened, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
That's also great to see.
Great communication.
9 minutes to go. 35-20.
Oh,
9.
that ball just a little bit too far for Denham, unfortunately. Would you take the throw in? Husgaard. Just opening up the court, South Australia. Very patient play.
Husgaard trying to look over the mess. Oh, worth the hunt there.
Draven. Oh, so close.
Oh, I think Draven got a hand on that on the way up.
Did.
And that's what helped that miss, but it was a great rebound from Fowler, helping just reduce its margin slightly.
So the South Australians have got one back. So, and they're centre pass.
An opportunity here. Oh, isn't enough on it? Oh. Umpire's definitely the best spot to see that one. So many hands going in. I don't even know whose hand was what there.
No, yeah.
A little bit short. Fowler then with the strong hands. Oh, misses.
Finally, they can make it work. So they're within 4. I feel Western Australia seemed to come out really strong in the first bit of the quarters, and then South Australia have been able to really pull it back the last couple of times. Yeah.
They've come back with a vengeance, and it's just 4 goals. These are the type of goals that you have as a side and targets that you set. We've got a 2-goal run, we're trying for a 3-goal run.
Yep.
Then we go goal for a while, and that's okay to do. And just drawing the contact there is Draven Lee Tarua. And takes his time going back. He's just wanting to do exactly that, turn and quickly take off.
Just contact on the post there. That's not allowed. Oh, Fowler.
He has a bit of a look for a second. I'm not sure what he was asking for.
Not happy about it. Bit of a shake of the head there.
And here they go again. 6 goals the difference. Need a couple more here, do the South Australians, but Western Australia going to have a bit to say about that, opening the angle there for Jerome Gilbard. Brilliant shot, as expected.
Phil Davis has been missed on the last couple of centre passes, so it's good to see that he's been, seen on the line. So otherwise, sometimes the timing can be a little bit out for the next plays.
And we have seen change in the centre. Obviously, Dion Giannaretto in there, often injected in to provide just a new little bit of pace and some strength as well. Miscommunication though. Harper beautifully read that. And then the long ball back over to Brady. Anderson, long lines. And Wood, the lines he took. Oh, Denham, slight falcon.
You won't be happy about that.
No, you've got to catch it with your hands, not your head, buddy.
Anderson. Oh, good backup by Harper.
And you can see just all these players they're mentally fatiguing because of the pressure that is on court. It is incredible.
I also wonder if the ball is becoming a little bit slippery. They're working hard. It is hot in here. You might see a ball change coming up soon.
Yeah, would not surprise. any of us in this commentary booth as Giarretto gets called for the offside. And look at the defensive work already, just not allowing Jerome to find a true body. And this time, just
very easy.
So good and easy.
And again, like I was saying before, I would love to see just a hand go up. Just to...
If in doubt, throw a hand up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To see Luke Spadano come on for Anderson. Anderson goes to the bench for a little rest. So, interesting fact about Spadano, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but he came into the... So he was actually selected in the men's reserve side for Western Australia and got called into the team maybe 2 or 3 weeks out, and he has absolutely seamlessly slotted in. He's so athletic, so strong. And
great credit to your program when players are able to move between the sides so effortlessly. We had similar for Victoria with, unfortunately, Jaden Cowling having to withdraw with an injury about 2 weeks out from the championships, and Deepak Patu coming in and, I mean, handy player to step in.
Most definitely.
And unfortunately, the side A coach lost him. But we had training partners that then filled that spot in Benny Goswell. So this is what the depth of these programs across the board, and great to see Western Australia having that depth to be able to step in.
Yeah, and we have built that depth over the years, so it's really good to see.
And look at the pressure again. Spatial defence from the West Aussies. Just trying to take up space. Oh! A little bit too much body on that one, Harper. He started taking the right liner and I think just got caught with where to go.
Yes, yeah. That's exactly what you want from your zone defence. That's what it's there for. We'll see what the South Australian Dragons, how they're going to set this up.
Well, seems like they're not going to set it up as WA pick it up.
Lee Troy helping to bring the ball down. Straight up
there's
the
that one from Jerome. He had to give us one sooner or later.
So strong in the air. Just knows how to use his body.
He does indeed. 39-32, just over 3 minutes to play. Of course, elimination final here in the men's open division. Still could go either way here. And if Matty Fowler gets the hands on the ball a little bit more regularly, I think this could be in danger.
I think so. That was very easy. That was clinical netball from Dragons to send. Oh,
lovely.
There we go.
Great jump from Hasgard, but not enough to stop that wonderful shot of Max Denham.
And we haven't seen that often, so credit to the Dragons' defence, not allowing Denham to drive into the circle like he has been. And
that's the connection. That I think this is also smarts of Jerome Gilbard recognising that it hasn't been on for a while, so him not creating that space for it either.
That's exactly right. As we see Hay come back into the centre.
And Matty Fowler, rare miss for this game.
Screen.
Clark, though, just does enough. They're keeping the score ticking over, Laura.
They are. Neither team has really pulled away or caught up this, the last couple of minutes.
The whistle for the outer court, just recognising.
Fantastic effort. They're building for something. So with Hay coming back on, what do you think the coach's instructions would have been?
Go out there and have a go. I need you tight in defence and I need you running with purpose in attack.
Yeah.
Can't just have you dawdling or just floating in space. I think that's a crucial bit for their attack, that they've got to be connecting.
Yes, absolutely. I do feel that first quarter they had such clean lines in their attack, and it has dropped away a bit. Maybe some fatigue starting to set in, but it would be nice to see some of that starting up again, as we see beautiful circulation feed from Hay and Davis.
I mean, let's give some credit where credit's due as well. A lot of that's come down to the pressure that the Thunder have been putting on defensively. They've been taking up space, not allowing those lines to be taken.
That's right.
Lee Tarua through the middle again. Brady and him just happy to just work between each other until something opens up. This time Denham all the way back as Arlen Davis gets called for the obstruction in the centre third. Sandano, I just enjoy his style of game. It's just workhorse, quiet achiever type stuff.
Absolute workhorse.
And you've got some nice mid-court coming through your junior ranks as well.
Yeah, yes, definitely. Our 17s and 20s having great tournaments so far.
Yeah, certainly Levi Drazovic, I reckon, will be in this side in the next few years as one of those boys. Great effort, Harper.
Oh, Harper.
And look at the crowd involvement. By crowd, I mean bench, involvement. I think the crowd was pretty happy as well.
Yeah.
A number of those Thunder outfit tops.
Oh,
Nate Wood,
good.
We've been speaking about a moment come in. That's a good one from him.
Just got up enough just to tap that ball out. So Wood and Rawlings on the outside.
Ooh.
Jostling. Caspard gets a tip on that.
And there's a lot, both sets of hands in there, not enough time. Oh, contact outside. And that will be the end of this third quarter. It's still a tight match. 42 to the Western Thunder, 35 the way of Southern Dragons. It's a big fourth quarter that we're going to come back for. We'll take a short break. It's the Australian Men's Mixed Netball Championships here live from Parkville State Netball Centre in Melbourne. My name's Matthew Blomley. Alongside me is Laura Janor. And Laura, this has been quite the match between Western Thunder and the Southern Dragons. What do you think the difference that last quarter was to really help Thunder push that lead out?
I definitely think the defensive pressure last quarter was amazing. I think we saw a few plays from both sides go, as we see Litura, exactly that. Litura really just putting the jets on and, you know, getting touches to ball it, and Harper as well. So between the two of them, I think they got quite a lot of turnover. And also down in the attack end, just Gilbard being so smart and really sort of taking away Nate Wood's strength of being in the air. As we see there, Gilbard just having a beautiful front hold.
And they just seem to be commanding this game as it goes on. The Thunder Dragons have had some really good bursts there to come back. Certainly a great second quarter in particular. So it was 15-11 for the first quarter, and then 12-14 second, 15-10 the way of the Thunder then. So 42-35 obviously at the break. Just asking for it to be sorted out. Just saying maybe he's doing a little bit consistently and saying pull out.
Yeah.
Great hands there, hey.
Oh, players calling for South Australia ball. Umpire deems no.
And both umpires were walking in the same direction. It's normally a good sign.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is where the desperation can come out a little bit as unnecessary contacts. Just got to think about, Gilbert.
Through his hands. Quick to collect that. Strong hands also by Rawlings there. Fakes it 3 times.
And just standing out of play saying, just here is Nate Wood and Hasgard just getting caught on the body. And you see the body work that Gilbert does constantly. Steps in, Denham. Not even a question on that. There's 0 question marks, all exclamation marks.
Especially from that distance.
And
beautiful vision. Oh, shame Fowler didn't pull that in. That's 2 balls that Hay has looked long into Fowler.
And it's good to see someone look in and not always giving it.
Yes.
So every now and then giving it, because obviously it can be tough feeding that target as the ball goes spiralling over
Spadano just putting his hand up to say sorry. Acknowledges that was his pass.
And this time, South Australia will want to try and convert. Bounce pass from goalkeeper's always an interesting one, but it was a good one.
Was a good one. Hasgard, Davis. Fowler looks in long. Yeah.
Oh, and recognising he was potentially going to step there, Fowler. So that was really well done. Last year he would have stepped and it would have just been no dice. Yep. That was fantastic there.
A lot more control this year. Fantastic to see.
No, I think I've mentioned it on the coverage before, that really a credit to the work Brian Lyons is doing with that Dragons group. And Saxon Hay just one hand clean, the other one just getting caught on the body. And Wood, doesn't he just grind away at players?
Yeah, the work rate is just consistent.
Almost there from Hasgard.
As a wing attack myself, having that sort of wing defence, it wears you down over the game. It certainly does.
Relentless having those times. You want to be given some space at some point in time.
That's for sure, yeah.
So you can catch a breath even.
Yeah. Gilbert just blocking.
Oh, and just maybe helping Wood on his way to Denham there.
Collecting Denham there, yes.
Just helping guide with the body, I think.
Yeah.
Not going underneath so much as just guiding.
Fantastic defence here from Western Australia. Oh,
that is a good look, but wasn't the quite right place for him. Probably still should have ripped it in.
Yeah.
46-38, that's a crucial one that they required. Good looking over the...
Long. WA looking long.
And I don't mind it settling afterwards when it's not on. But Nate Wood.
There it is. We have been waiting for it. Ollie Tura tries to respond.
And there's potential for another one here. That is a lovely ball in, almost with too many hands on it, but Matty Fowler does enough. If you're playing at home, 37-all is with centre pass now over on the other court between New South Wales and Victoria, after it had blown out to about 3 or 4, possibly 5 for a little while. But over on our court, it is still anybody's game, just under 10 minutes to go, 46-39. You can see Western Australia are going to be smart with the ball where they can.
Denham just left under the post. Hasgard probably lost sight of him there, I think.
He certainly started building confidence at the right times of this tournament, did Max Denham, and it's resulting in what we've seen here today. Some brilliant, brilliant netball from him. Oh, great take, Fowler. What a presence and a finish that they needed as Benny Ryan comes back on into the goal defence position. 47-39. Rawlings and Svendano just working with each other. Nice little spin-off. Wood's not going to give any space though to Rawlings.
Gilbard needs to get back in.
And he does eventually.
He does.
Oh, just on top of each other. Maybe a sly hand in there for Gilbard. Sometimes he does that sneaky little contact obstruction.
Slows the game down, lets everyone set up.
And does the very innocent, I'm sorry to the umpire as well. But it would not melt in his mouth majority of the time.
Smiling always helps, right?
I think I've only seen him genuinely angry on court once. And that's a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Litra with the block. Went up strong, 2 hands to see exactly where that was going. Gosh, the other court is getting loud.
The crowd there is up and about. I imagine that this one would be a bit more up and about if it gets back closer as well. It is 47-41. It is still so close. I don't think anyone should underestimate how small an amount 6 is.
No, 8 minutes. These boys can score a goal in 3-4 seconds, really. So,
and you just saw it and how quickly that transition was.
Exactly. So back to 5 goals now. What can South Australia do defensively? They need a turnover.
WA, they're going to stop it, aren't they?
Yeah. Beautiful front drive from Denham. We have missed seeing that a little bit the last couple of plays.
Oh, and that's a way to create an angle there, Gilbard. Oh, brief moment of miscommunication. You can see Gilbard going, I should have gone for that. My bad.
Yep. Quick little communication there.
But
good to see.
I don't know that it's going to affect them too much with the way they've been playing.
Brady just comes through, tips the ball to Litra. Rawlings going back. Oh, Draven.
Just
fingertips.
On a string, that ball was. It was superb the way he pulled that in.
Absolutely.
And here, going to be a change to keep some pace in the middle. Anderson will be returning. Great take there, Jerome Gilbard.
Just has the mind to just get his body to protect the ball, just turn his body in the air. Denham onto the post. Gets that goal. Pushes it back out to 6.
Yeah, they can't quite crack that down to get it down to the 4, which is very, very achievable. Foul up. Nice little layup on this occasion.
Just both the defenders getting caught, going back to Clark there. Denham up high. Spadano.
And look, Ben Ryan just grinding him up to slow him down a little bit.
Oh. When Denham's on that drive, he is unstoppable. That is beautiful.
I don't think I could sing his praises any more highly in terms of what great tournament's out. Is he a standout player? Not quite, but he's getting close to it.
Yeah, definitely. And he's been consistent.
And that's the key. Yeah. And you can see what a difference that has made as the crowd on the other court is ferocious. It's hard to even hear some of the whistle on this court with how loud it is. And I'm sure that's coming through in the coverage as well.
Oh, hey, just having a crack at that. Gilbard well out of the circle, having to go back to Brady.
And just patient, Anderson.
And
this is what I always... Oh, that was a head knock.
That was a head knock. Hay and Ryan just hitting each other. Ryan coming out a little bit worse for wear.
I thought that it was going to be Hay for a minute. It was, from the initial hit that looked a bit worse for... Like, Ben Ryan just taking a moment just to check that he is okay. And I think this was greatly handled by the umpires as well. Yeah. They recognised the player was staying down.
Definitely.
And just need to give it a moment to sort itself out. And they're just having a quick little discussion as the court gets cleaned up. And that is the perfect way to handle this situation, is go, umpires, let's hold time.
Yeah.
Because that is what sensible people do.
Yeah, that was dealt with perfectly.
Brilliantly handled. Yeah. Well done, Team White. And let's hope Benny Ryan doesn't start feeling anything a little bit in a moment, because sometimes they feel it straight away.
Right, that's right. And even Hay, because we did think that he had got hit. Oh!
49-43, 5.5 to go.
Again, ball on the string. One-handed, 1 foot. The control of Litra looks long into the pocket.
And how did Rawlings even find himself in that pocket? He just seemed to come from nowhere and glide his way through.
So Ryan just getting close to contact there. Oh,
yes,
good.
well, left. That was beautiful. Wood just got beautiful hands on it, came around, and look at that work. Oh, almost from Ryan. Great pull out. And I'm thinking it's going to go over. There it goes.
Yeah, there we go.
Gilbard just knows how to slot in. Another example of that. And it's their centre pass. 50-43.
4.5 minutes.
Which is still achievable. I want people to realise that. But it's hard when you're coming up against that sort of move.
Most definitely. Would like to see, probably a little bit more dictating to. That's happened twice now in the last couple of minutes.
Oh, hey. That was the hand from Anderson on that ball. That got that one to glide through. And, good awareness. But Max not able to pull that in a little bit too much. You see Brady just letting him know it was going to be coming.
Yeah. What can South Australia do here?
That is the real question. Well, not connect, it would be seen to be that one moment, which is such a shame, given the effort they've had. Wood just nudging Rawlings out to allow his space for that. Oh, good little sell. Yeah, they're really starting to use their voice a lot more now, and I think that's because the other game has got so much crowd and loudness on that they've had to start yelling a lot more.
Yeah. So South Australia defence have to do something here. It is doable, but Wood. We have Hay, Anderson, and Wood all on the ground.
Anderson just brushes it off for a moment. I think thinking maybe there'd been a little bit of malice in it. I don't know that was the intention.
No, I don't think so.
It was two players contesting that just happened to catch up the same one. As we just hold time for another brief moment to wipe the court. If these players could do us the luxury of not hitting the ground for a while, that'd be nice.
3.5 minutes.
You can do it, boys. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it's been a brilliant display, though.
Oh, it really has. Absolutely. Oh, and another hand. Wood stepping up in these last minute or so.
And Hay just caught on the body.
Jostling in the circle. Gilbard.
Swings it around to Rawlings, and that is a great little move.
And the balance of Gilbard on tiptoes.
And the smile comes to his face. He only does it every now and then. Anderson just realising he's been caught there. Fowler this time. There he goes. And the contesting Wood.
There we go again.
Denham is having a field day.
He is. He's been given way too much room.
And that's not generally been bad defence from these South Aussie guys. It just shows how well he's able to find space.
That's so true, yeah. He's clearing out and then driving when he sees the right time, the right space. Hay looks in.
That's a lovely angle created.
Well
and
played
balance.
Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, credit there. And just nicely lets it go. That's a good give and go from Rawlings. Finds circle edge for a moment.
Better defence from the South Australians. Really slowing down the entry. Oh, ball. Oh, Gilbard just...
just about to go on the other court. Oh. It's a bit difficult for the umpire who was on that other court to notice that one coming through with everything going on.
Yes.
But on this court, all players outside the circle. Oh. And they're just towel back to that same spot, I think.
Once again.
Nate Wood comes and runs and grabs it.
Keen to get going, keen to get moving.
With those bright pink shoes that he has.
See a couple of the South Australian boys with pink and purple shoes.
Yeah,
must be in fashion.
Well, we were talking about it in the 17s earlier between New South Wales and WA.
Yes.
And that there seemed to be a lot of variation in the colour of shoes with Benny Ryan.
Sorry to interrupt.
Not at all.
Beautiful. Anderson. Oh.
such a hard contest. Wood taking the opportunity to show off his calisthenic work. And why not? If you can do that, do that.
I mean, I certainly can't, so...
Oh, I don't think I ever could do that, let alone at my age now. There's so much noise. It's just over a minute to go.
Still lots happening in this game. What an exciting match.
Oh, off to the post.
Hey, gets off.
Hey! Oh, just a shame there. Just patiently takes it back. Really smart, Harper.
Very.
Not delaying, just taking his time.
Or perhaps not so smart by Lee Trua there.
Perhaps. Anderson just does just enough.
Alec looks in. Yes, well-placed ball. 30 seconds. South Australia, can they get one goal? Are they going to use the 30 seconds or are they going to go straight in?
Straight in, but not quite the releases after. Which is a shame for Arlen Davis. I think he's been playing quite well this tournament. 16 seconds to go. 54-46. West Australia will want to score another one here. Gilbert just, again, knows when to be, when needs to be.
Yeah.
He says, let's just work it until we need.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. There was no pressure to score on that one.
No pressure at all. You hear a huge cheer from the other quarters. Victorians get up there, 45-43, and they will go straight through grand final. It'll be WA playing New South Wales in what I expect to be an absolute cracker of a match later on today.
Will be. Please tune in for that one.
And what a match we had here. My name's been Matthew Blomley. Alongside me, Laura Janor. Laura,
thanks for
it's been an absolute pleasure.
Same. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you all again tonight for the tough battles. Join us again then and the grand finals. Good evening.